not a scientist, but this is an area which really interests me. And this National Center for Polar and Ocean Research is going to be one of the key institutes. It is now, but it is going to be more relevant in the times to come. As India is growing in its stature, the aspiration of the people of India is growing so fast that we are breaking all the barriers. We are touching new horizons. And while we are becoming one of the most sought after nation in terms of having a relationship for all the countries, if you have observed in past few years, every major country in the world wants to have a special relationship with India. That is because they are watching India's growing potential. Every nation understands that the 21st century is going to be India's century. And the way the Indians are going across the globe and showing the way and leading from the front, that the faith on India and Indians have increased multifold. I realize in the past I have traveled widely across the globe. Before I became minister, I have traveled 150 countries. I think there are very few people in India, or maybe nobody, has traveled that many countries. I have been traveling across the globe for the last so many years, ever since I was in school. So I have lots of interest on small, tiny nations and islands to the places which are normally not reachable for common people, like difficult areas in the Himalayas. I have been to Lapland, which falls into the Arctic Circle. I have experienced the complete day throughout 24 hours. I have seen the midnight sun and all. So these are areas I really, want to feel by getting closer to it. Of course, I am not going to be a scientist, so most of the learning can be through your hard work. But your achievement is going to be the nation's achievement. So, over the period of last 3-4 decades, I have seen myself how India has transformed. And in the last 9 years, the actual change in India's status has happened. Why I say this? I have personally experienced it. Before becoming Member of Parliament, our identity as India or Indian has been just belonging to a nation, of course, old civilization, of course, with rich heritage, but nothing much to offer. India was not the destination, and people used to think that Indians are going abroad in search of job, in search of economic opportunities. And then, as a Member of Parliament, I have represented our country in many parliamentary forums. And there also I have seen that India's position, or India's all kind of points which we put forward were noted but never given a deep, serious consideration. Things have changed so dramatically. Now, whatever position India takes, whether it's on climate change, or in the economic forum, in the political summit, or various other forums, whatever position India takes, the whole globe revolves around India's position. If you see, you are from the scientific community, so you may not follow that much. But those who follow the economic and political spheres, they will understand how much India means in current time. When our Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks on a subject, that position becomes a leading point for all other countries in which we live today. We feel proud to be Indian and the whole globe is looking at us. Now in this context, our scientific community will have to take the nation to the next level of achievement, whether in the space, in the atmosphere sector, in the ocean, poles, all over. Now in this Center for Polar and Ocean Research, I see vast opportunities. I want to just give an example of a bad character. So forget the character, just understand the context. I saw a film once upon a time in Bombay. Of course, it is Mumbai now. So the boss, he's a smuggler, he's basically an underworld leader. He was distributing the territories amongst his assistants. He was saying one person should command this many police stations, another person should take care of so many police stations. He distributed entire that Mumbai area into different zones. He kept nothing for himself, he is the boss. So somebody asked him, boss, you have not kept any area or region for yourself. He said, you handle everything. I don't need anything because I control the sea. So the opening of the sea is actually opening up the opportunities. The people or the countries who control the sea, who control the ocean, actually control the world. So it is one such frontier where the limit cannot be measured. It is a limitless opportunities before us. As a growing nation, this is the main area where India will have to explore like never before. If you see in the past, all those great nations, they all were naval powers. They controlled the seas, so they controlled the world. I think in the days to come, our activities, whether in our military front, our naval power, or our other activities in the high seas, will be a defining moment for the country. These will be successful only on the basis of solid scientific works. And this is where you all are going to play a very critical role. When I was given this ministry just a week back, the immediate thing which came into my mind was our activities in ocean. The resources in ocean. I genuinely believe whatever resources we have today is nothing compared to the available resources in the ocean and beneath the ocean. That kind of resources are there for us to explore and to use it. Of course, going to all the technical details, how, in what manner we have to explore, but in a sustainable manner, without destroying the nature, without destroying the life. We have to move in a way which is sustainable. I find this whole activities which you are already doing very useful. And just now I had an interaction with the expedition team members in the Antarctica, the 24-member teams in Bharti camp. It was exciting to see them fit and fine. You know, all the scientific facilities installed have made their life easy in their quest to achieve scientific advancement. They were healthy. I spoke to the team leader and the lady doctor in the team. They are well healthy, looking fit and smart. That shows that they are very confident, and when they come back, I will try to interact with them again. You know, some of you must have been there, some of you will go there in future. You will have exploration maybe in different region also. But what I want to tell you is, we need to enhance the activities. We need to increase the level of activities in terms of intensity as well as the scale. We really need to broaden our level of activities in ocean. And what 3 poles. And I was telling our senior officers just the other day that Himalaya we are really yet to get to the position where we deserve to be. So Himalaya is another very, very interesting area. When I go to the top of the Himalayas, I feel that it's actually the bed of the ocean, because it was an ocean. So all the sand, the stones, the light, everything I see, it's just like what I see the pictures of the rock bottom of the ocean, the deepest of the ocean, with the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. The same life is there, except now it is open, but the materials, minerals, all are there. So in a similar fashion, what as a common man I observe daily. I was telling our officers that during my lifetime, in last 40, 50 years, what I have observed is a very transformational change. So in a lifespan of 50 years, if you see so much of changes, we can expect the level of changes in the next 1,000 years. So we are definitely, going to have so many interesting things in our lifetime. And the scientific community are the people who will guide how should we progress, how should a nation look forward, and how our lifestyle should be. I always believe that our approach should be scientific. Unscientific approach in life is unsustainable. So that is why we have to understand that we must have a rational thinking when we look at life. I am not a scientist, but I will go by what scientists tell me. Because scientists are rational people. They go with proof, they go with particular kind of record that this is the way we should move ahead in life. Well, I am not going to talk about technical things because that is not the thing which I should be speaking about. I am not a qualified person. Rather, as a minister of the department concerned, it is my bounden duty to make all necessary arrangements which you require to realize your objectives and our dreams. So I will ensure everything possible from the government side in terms of appropriate policy, in terms of creating enough resources for you to do whatever you are intending to do, and all necessary supports and encouragement which you deserve. The nation must stand behind you. People don't know much about the people who are on the field, and especially in a country like ours, and this advent of social media have put people into all undesirable level of their involvement. They are not really into the serious business. At times I feel worried that our children at a very young age are involved in the games, superficial things, reels, videos, all creations which are not anything to benefit us. So you people are actually the people on the ground. And it is my duty to let the country know what you are doing. Your activities must be brought in the platform before the public. It must be visible. So I will ensure, as the head of the ministry, as the minister, I will be guided by what you deserve, what you want, and what is to be done as per your wishes and your requirement. I am here only to support you. I have given assurance to the director of the center that all enhanced activities which is necessary will be taken care of. And this ministry may not be that kind of a glamorous ministry in a very typical sense of what people perceive, but this is definitely one of the most critical ministry for the nation's growth. I want the blue economy to really happen. And somebody has rightly said, the contribution of blue economy in India's economy must not be below 10%. In the days to come, it has to be as high as possible. The blue economy is the thing which which we need to give the full trust. You all are living in this beautiful campus. I'm sure there is not much of a problem for you in your daily work, but whatever shortcomings are there, I will definitely give a serious look into all that you want me as a minister to take care of. And once again, thank you for extending me a warm welcome, and in a 1.5 day short visit, I've experienced so far quite a good thing, had a good interaction with a team of officers. I saw the laboratory, and today I'm going back to Delhi, but I'll come back maybe whenever time permits, and we'll have to have more interaction. I'm looking forward for more interaction in the future, but for the day, I'm